All imagery in this video is artificially generated by AI technology and does not depict real events, persons, or locations. This content is produced solely for educational and informational analysis. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Welcome to Unraveled Anomalies, where I dive into the strange and unknown, digging up stories and legends that you've never heard about until now. In today's episode, we're traveling back to 1942 in the coastal town of Pascagoula, Mississippi, amid the blackouts and paranoia of World War II. While the world fought overseas, residents here faced a bizarre home invader. Not a thief or killer, but a shadowy figure that snuck into bedrooms at night to snip the locks of hair from women and girls. Dubbed the quote, Phantom Barber, this creeper left no trace but terror and missing locks of hair. Was it a fetishist, a saboteur, or something more sinister? Let's jump into it.
Chapter 1, The Nocturnal Intrusions.
It all began in early June 1942, a time when Pascagoula's population had swelled from about 5,000 to 15,000 due to wartime shipbuilding at Ingalls Shipyard. Blackout regulations kept the town dark at night to protect them against German U-boats in the Gulf, which created the perfect cover for a nighttime intruder. The first victims were two young girls sharing a room at the Our Lady of Victory's convent, Mary Evelyn Briggs and Edna Marie Heidel. Around midnight on June 5th, they awoke to a noise and saw a man jumping out of their window. Turning on the lights, they discovered locks of their hair had been cut and stolen. Briggs got the best look, describing him as a, quote, short, fat man who shushed her while fiddling with her hair before fleeing. Pump the brakes, chubby. Come on, dude. This guy is really breaking into homes just to cut a couple locks of hair? What kind of kink are we talking about right now? This guy took the risk to jump in a window and then cut the hair off of a little girl in a convent. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people there, I would assume. He jumped in, cut her hair, and even had the audacity to shush her. That gives me the chills. Could you imagine being their age, very young, just sleeping away, and then you wake up and there's a man looking over you going, shh. That gives me the heebie-jeebies, dude. Thankfully, nothing else happened, and he just took the hair and left, because that could have got so much worse so quick. But I will say, this guy is giving pedo vibes. He's teetering toward the Epstein Avenue here, and I don't like it. Nope. I don't like it at all. Nope. Luckily, just hair was taken, but damn, that could have gone so much worse. Let's continue. Police bloodhounds tracked his scent to nearby woods, where it vanished, possibly indicating he escaped on a bicycle. A few days later, a young girl named Carol Peedy, sleeping beside her twin brother, woke to find her blonde curls gone. The intruder had sliced the window screen, snipped her hair without waking anyone, and left a sandy footprint on an empty bed. Then came Mrs. R.E. Taylor, an adult woman asleep with her family. She recalled a sickening smell, likely chloroform, passing over her face, and awoke ill with 2 inches of hair missing from her head. Number 1, let's talk about Carol Peedy. You're just sleeping with your bro. Pause! Mad chill vibes, just like another night. And then you wake up and your hair is gone. And you're like, what the f***? Did I sleep fade myself? And then you look over, you see the window screen was cut and a sandy footprint on the bed. And you're like, holy shit, someone was in my f***ing house while I was sleeping and I had no idea. Luckily, again, he just took some hair. But what is this guy's deal with little girls? This guy is some sort of PDF file, and I ain't talking about Microsoft. Number 2, Mrs. R.E. Taylor, sleeping with her family. This guy is taking bigger risks now. First, he started off with vulnerable little girls. Thank the universe that that guy has stepped away from the little girl scene, at least from what we know of. But this woman was sleeping with her family. I assume she was with her husband and maybe her children, but they're all sleeping together. And now this guy is stepping up his game. Chloroform? Presumably, he wanted no chance of her waking up. And again, he is just stealing hair. What is this guy's deal? This one is a very confusing one, but like, what the hell is going on? Over the next week, reports of similar break-ins flooded in, with at least a dozen more people claiming nocturnal hair thefts. The town was on edge. Residents nailed windows shut, and police chief WWII noted complaints coming, quote, hard and heavy.
Chapter 2, The Violent Turn and Suspect.
On June 13th, things took a darker twist. The intruder broke into the home of Terrell and Lillian Heidelberg on Pascagoula Street. Instead of just cutting hair, he bludgeoned the couple with an iron pipe while they slept. Terrell lost several teeth. They both survived but were severely injured. Police linked it to the Phantom Barber due to the nighttime entry, though no hair was taken. Perhaps an escalation or a separate grudge. Whoa, dude. Whoa. You have way already crossed the line, but now it's just fucking to the moon. First off, you're a bitch. You're a fucking bitch-made pussy. Sneaking up on people while they're sleeping so you can get the jump on them and they can't defend themselves.
You're weak. You are always weak. You'll always be weak.
Second off, what the actual dude? If the guy that bludgeoned the couple is tied to the Phantom Barber,
what's the dealio?
That is not cool. Luckily, they survived, but you are a bitch. Do something about it when they're awake. Out of here, man. Chief Ceej offered a $300 reward, about $5,400 today, boosted patrols, got state police help, and issued pistol permits to volunteers. The army even relaxed blackout rules to light up the town. Ceej warned, quote, just about every man in town is armed. I would advise strangers to proceed with caution. Suspicion fell on a 57-year-old William A. Dolan, a German-educated chemist with pro-German sympathies. A red flag during wartime, of course. He had a dispute with Terrell's father, a local judge, giving motive for the assault. A search of his home turned up barber scissors and a bundle of human hair. Arrested in late July for attempted murder on the Heidelbergs, Dolan was convicted in just 3 hours and sentenced to 10 years at Parchman Prison. He maintained his innocence, passed a polygraph in 1948, and was released early in 1951 on suspension by Governor Fielding Wright. The haircuts stopped after his arrest, but he was never charged for them. Governor! Bro, really? I'm a big conspiracy guy, but it seems like this guy was the fool that did it. He had a grudge against Terrell's father. He just beat the shit out of Terrell. Okay, that corresponds. And then they found a bundle of hair and barber scissors in his house. Jigs up, buddy. I get it. He passed the polygraph test. I said this in one of my other videos. Polygraphs are fugazi.
But I am telling you right now, that motherfucker back there is not real.
I don't trust polygraphs, all right? Especially from 1942. No shot. This is the guy. You've been caught. You're a weird, kinky creeper. I think it's William. I mean, the evidence just stacks up. And
he's a pro.
I don't dig it. And he got released. Yeah, he served 10 years or whatever, but it's like, dude, why are you releasing this guy? This guy was the guy that did it. Everything adds up. And then he just walked free.
Chapter 3, Theories and Lingering Questions.
So who was the Phantom Barber and why the hair obsession? Number 1, critics suggest that this wasn't just a pervert. It was someone performing evil, quote, backcountry hex ceremonies, snipping hair to fuel old-time curses, spells, or rituals meant to harm, bewitch, or control their targets in the shadows of Southern folklore. Number 2, wartime sabotage. William A. Dolan, with his German ties, cutting hair to scare workers and impair morale at the shipyard, halting war production. Some even thought the hair was sent to Germany for bomb sites or crosshairs. Number 3, a setup or the wrong man. The hair might have been planted and the real barber escaped justice. Dolan's polygraph pass and early release fueled doubts, especially since DNA testing wasn't available at the time. Well, I'm gonna have to go with number 2 on this video. The witchcraft thing, that's kind of a fun one. Oh, he's an evil sorcerer, witch, you know, doing the shit that they did in Weapons, like what Gladys was doing. That's a little bit of a fun one, I guess. And then number 3, I'm not leaning that direction. I believe William was the Phantom Barber. He was a pro. The evidence adds up. Even though he passed the polygraph and all this stuff, they found the shit in his house and he had beef with Terrell's dad. William, you are the Phantom Barber.
William, you are the Phantom Barber.
But these are just theories, and the truth may never be known. The Phantom Barber of Pascagoula is an eerie peek into wartime fear and the bizarre unknown that can lurk in any small town. A series of creepy invasions that ended in violence, with a suspect who walked free, and questions that linger over 80 years later. What do you think happened? Was William A. Dolan the barber a saboteur, an innocent man framed as part of a much larger setup, a vile sorcerer practicing witchcraft in the backwoods of Mississippi, or something much, much darker? Dang, this one was a bizarre one. I've never heard of this case before, not even a little bit. I'm assuming that you guys haven't really heard about this one either. I'm trying to find the most obscure stories, legends that I can find. We've all heard the basic ones like the Somerton Man, Amelia Earhart, D.B. Cooper, all those kind of stories. I'm trying to get real obscure, get real different. I'm gonna do that for you guys. I wanna dive straight into the weirdness and the bizarreness, and this one was a great one. I'm excited to see what the future holds for us. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time. Take care. Peace out. Love y'all.